everyone.
Hello.
And welcome to Kirsty and Bryony's Comfort Zone.
I am Kirsty.
And I am Bryony. And we are here to dive into the world of dreams and find out what the heck is going on inside our heads.
What is it?
Is
Who
going
knows?
on? What is it?
What is
that?
What's happening in
Jeez.
there? I don't know.
I don't know and I don't like it.
I've not got a clue. It's been 140 something episodes and we haven't found out.
Yeah, we're not very good at this, are we?
No.
It's almost like we just enjoy chatting. We're not really trying to figure anything out.
Nope. That's my secret camp. I never know what's going on.
I have a dream that I recorded, but I also was going to talk about the dream that I told you about very briefly yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Because I'm sort of curious about it. So, you know the whole thing about, like, can you die in a dream? Not IRL.
Yeah.
But, like, you know when you have the thing where you fall down and you hit the ground, but that wakes you up in a hypnic jerk and you're just like, oh.
Yeah.
And I, for the first time, had a thing the other day where so in my dream, I was making a deal with death, which is a silly, goofy idea because it doesn't end well ever. And in the dream, death was like, but I must claim someone. They didn't talk. I just sort of knew. And they were like, I have to claim someone to seal the deal. And I was just like, okay. And then they turned around and grabbed my arms with both hands and were like, I choose you. And I was like, oh shit, I messed up,
so
dude.
Counterproductive, man.
That's a terrible,
That's not good deal
terrible
making.
deal. But I carried on the dream and I was just a ghost and I was just sort of hanging around. And I remember staring at Alex for a long time and just being like, oh.
No.
And then my parents were giving this guy I went to college with money because they were like, oh, you were a really good friend. Like, you took care of her. I barely remember this dude. I remember his name and I think we went to Camden once, but I didn't really know him. He was like a friend of a friend. You know when you just hang out as a teenager because you're bored rather than actually getting along.
Uh-huh.
So he was immediately like, yeah, I'll take the money, whatever. I didn't even like it. Like, I don't care. But the money they'd given him were like mint leaves. And as a ghost, I then chased him down the street and like stole the leaves out of his hand and was just like, you're not getting this. You don't deserve this. And he couldn't see me. And he was just like, what the heck? What's happening? And then I went to my own funeral and I didn't recognize anyone there. And everyone was like, you know, talking and there was a ceremony going on. And then I was just walking around like talking to myself, just being like, who is that? Oh, I wonder what they're going to do next. Oh, I wonder what the catering's like. And then people turned around and they were like, we can still hear you, by the way. And I was just like, oh, sorry.
Pipe down.
Yeah, shut up. We're trying to mourn you, dude. And then at the end of the dream, I'd got a job on a boat. And I was like, I had found a job that ghosts could do on this boat. And I was just sailing away, like waving to Alex, being like, oh, I'm off on my first day. And then I remember waking up thinking, like, just as I thought, why am I working? I don't have to work anymore. Like, I can just relax.
Hang on a minute.
And then, yeah, I woke up just like, oh, what the heck?
Oh my gosh.
But yeah,
That's so funny.
weird. But I looked up death of oneself because there's a whole like half page.
Oh, damn. I feel like this is
death.
going to be really deep.
Oh, no.
It's going to be like the death of, God knows what. Something
Well-
Freud will probably step in.
It means you're dead, eh? How you feeling? Death itself says, traditionally, to dream of death indicates the possibility of a birth or a change in circumstances in one's own life or that of people around. Because in the past, death held great fear, whereas now we're totally cool.
Yeah, no one cares now.
Everyone's chilled out about it now. It also represented calamity in the sense that nothing would ever be the same again. But then it says, death of oneself. To dream of our own death is to be exploring our own feelings about death, the retreat from the challenge of life or the spirit between mind and body. Leaving the body is frequently an expression of this breach between the ego and life process.
There it is.
One's own death can often be used in dreams to explore others' feelings about us. So,
like them
it
telling
also
you
says,
to pipe down at your own funeral.
Yeah, shut up. It also says Jeff, that's Def's first name. We're on first name
Jeff
terms
Def.
now. Dev is a transition from an awareness of the gross physical to the more spiritual self. Why are you saying I'm gross? Like,
what the hell?
Book, excuse me.
Gross.
But the only thing, well, what I think it could be is because I've started therapy now. So obviously I've been thinking a lot more about feelings in general, and also we've been discussing a lot like other people's perceptions of me, and I wonder if that's what it was, that I just was like, what if I could take myself out and float around and listen in? But the weird thing was, it wasn't like anyone in particular. I guess because it is a general feeling, anxiety and that sort of stuff. It's not like I'm fine in everyday life, but when I talk to this one person, oh geez, it's just like a general thing. So I just, that was my assumption of what it was. It was just a weird little kooky little dream.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like particularly negative. It just sort of sounds like you were doing a little explore and just seeing what people thought while you were, well, they could tell you were there.
Yeah, because of my muttering.
So maybe it was the same as usual. They were just like, there she goes. She's chatting away.
The only other thing I can link it to is recently I've been playing a lot of Peak, and there was a bit where I was playing with someone who hadn't played before, and they died in the game and came back as a ghost, and someone said, oh, we can still hear you, by the way. Obviously sometimes you're just spectating, whereas in Peak
that
the
had
ghost
something
so I think
to do with it.
I think that dropped into my brain as well, just to mix in with all of the stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I was going to say something, but it's gone. It's gone out of my mind. Please continue.
No. One of the things I was talking about in therapy this week was like setting boundaries. So I wonder if that was to do with it, because I am bad with you know this to be true. I am bad with something will bother me and I'll just be like, okay, and I won't do anything about it. I'll just be like, I'll just add that into the collection and
I'll just
shove it in my brain box and repress
sit on
it
that
down
for a while. Yeah.
I'll just put that in the bottom of the drawer of the fridge and let it rot for a bit. That'll be fine. So yeah, I've been talking about getting better with that. And also like in work situations where if someone says, because I was trying to explain, my therapist isn't, they're not really like streamer savvy sort of thing. So I was trying to explain how chat works. And I'm like, sometimes someone says something and it doesn't sit right with you, but then you've got other people watching and you don't want to be like, I'm just going to hone in on this one person. And I find navigating that really difficult. I want to get good. Full stop.
Yeah.
But I want to get good at being able to be like, don't say that. I didn't like that. Let's move on. And move on, sort of thing. But I'm not. I'm baby.
No, that's understandable. Honestly, I'm pretty bad at that as well. Like, depending on my mood on the day, if someone says something that I don't like, oftentimes I'll just sort of be like, if I don't think about that, it will go away, and the mods might deal with it. But if they don't, or if it gets worse, then I probably will step in. But small things that bother me, I tend to wait and see how they go, when sometimes I probably should just be like, hey, don't do that. And in the past, when I have said, hey, don't do that, it's solved the problem immediately. So yeah, it's a good thing to learn to do, I think.
I think like sometimes I wish that we didn't get trained out of some of the things that you learn in childhood. Like bending at the knees, sitting in a squat because it's better for you. And also saying how you feel because like there are times when like at Christmas, I'll buy something for my niece and nephew. I don't see them very often. And there was a time when I got something for my nephew and he opened it and he was just like, I've already got this.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, that's fine. I'll exchange it. Whereas if someone bought me something I'd already got, I'd just be like, it's fine. I'll just hide one of them when they come round forever for the rest of my life and never tell them. Just like, why? Why can you not just say like, oh, that's not really for me, but thank you for the, for thinking of me or something, just like, or I've already got that, it could be so simple, but my gut reaction is like, how can I make this a mess?
It's people pleasing is what it is. You don't want to rock the
Yeah.
boat. That's it. That's the...
Yeah.
And sadly, it's just something that we're trained to do. But, you know, it's... Aren't you sick of being nice? Don't you want to go ape shit? Do you want to just...
Sounds like an advert. Are you sick of being nice? Do you sometimes wish you could just straight up smack a bitch?
Hell yeah.
Then this might be for you.
Woo! That's it. That's the mindset that you need to get into now. See, I should be a therapist.
Yeah.
You know what you need to do? You need to go ape shit.
Sometimes you need to break down to build up.
Oh my gosh. But yeah, I do think that it's the being dead thing and being like, we can still hear you, that is such a classic peak thing, I think. And the fact that you've been playing it so much, I bet that has snuck in. But
yeah.
But you say about like, oh, you can't die in a dream. Like, I think it's more like if you're having a dream and then you die like violently, you tend to wake up, don't you? But if it's just a part of the story, it's
shocking.
like, oh, hey, I died.
Yeah.
Guess I'm dead now. That's just something that's going to happen, isn't it? I feel like I've had dreams before where I've been a ghost or dead or something like that. I can't think of any, but I'm sure that I have.
I guess it is just that separation of mind and body, really.
Yeah.
Like,
Exactly.
you just want to have a situation where you're just sort of floating around. I just remember, like, when it first happened, I was just sort of like, huh, okay. Like, well, I guess that's the thing now. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I think just that I've been very feeling focused. So I think I assume it's down to that.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Did you say you had a dream?
Yeah, I'll try and recount the dream I had last night. Hang on a minute. Let me take a little sip of my drinky before I do.
To lube up before you go into it.
Yeah, I've got a bit of a runny nose. Sorry, everyone.
It's the season.
Yeah, it do be the season. I'm so glad it's not hot anymore, though. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Okay, so here is my mess of a dream that I had as I was waking up today. At some point, it began with, I think, me, you, and Rythian in a building, Kirby Craft style. But we were like totally spies. So we were like, we were just like the totally spies, but in like our Kirby Craft outfits. And then something was happening outside, like bad guys were arriving. And we were like, oh no. And I was like, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to kick their asses. So I ran out the door. And you and Rythian, I think, just stayed in the building like, oh my God. But then when I went out there, like everything sort of changed. We weren't totally spies anymore. And basically I was in a large car park near some sort of convention center. And me and other people, I do not know who, were like scoping out the place and something was going on. And we saw these people arrive and they kind of looked alien. Like one of them had like a blue head with like jelly blue braids and the other one looked kind of normal, but they were with this other person. So a couple of people pointed them out because it seemed like not everyone could see that they looked strange. So I could see them and I was like, there. So we were like, right. So everyone was on guard and we were watching where they went. And they went into the convention center and I think they came back out. And then after that, I think a car came around that had another pair of strange people in it. And we sort of brought a car around to follow them kind of thing. Now, that didn't really come to anything, but what it was that people that were going in and out of this convention center had these lanyards on. And the people who didn't were kind of like AI. They weren't real people. They were almost like robots or shells of people pretending to be human.
Yeah.
And it was really important that we kept these lanyards on us. Otherwise, these AI would know that we weren't like them. But then it got to the point where we needed to bait them out. Like we got a bit cocky and we were like, okay, we know where the ones that are here are. Like we've been keeping tabs on them. We've been watching them. We've been looking out. So I think we can make a move now. So what we did was me and a guy that I was with, who I guess was some sort of, I don't know if he was a policeman or a spy, whatever I was like, take off the lanyard and just leave it in my car. Just do it as if you're putting your hoodie in the car and you've left the lanyard in there. Like, act natural. I was like, all right. So I put it in the back of his car, closed the door. As soon as I did that, the car next to it everyone got out, they got into his car, and they were just like, gone with it. And I was like, well, that didn't work. Now they know. And now you don't have a car. Yeah. And he was like, oh no. So at that point we had to go on the run, and everyone, like, we looked around and everyone was like an AI. Like it was worse than we thought. It was just, we were vastly outnumbered and we needed to run for it. So we did. And at some point in the dream, it was mentioned that if we didn't have too much stuff on us, like we could basically do almost like a moon jump or like fly. So me and this other guy, I'd already taken my hoodie off, and I guess he'd taken whatever off. And we jumped off of this car park into almost like a more green area, sort of maybe like a forest or whatever. And we kept running. At some point, we became dogs. So me and this other person, and then a third one, which we knew wasn't a real person. It was an AI that had like stowed away, but they were just acting like a silly golden retriever was with us. Aww. And we were just like, let them come, whatever. And we're going through this forest, and we finally get to almost like a mossy hut in this forest, and we're like, we can take shelter here. And we go in and close the door, and we start looking for food because we've been running for so long. And all they have is just watermelons on the side. And I'm like, this is great. Like, I can smash these and we can break them up and share them. So I'm like smashing these watermelons and handing out pieces of watermelon. And now there are like 5 dogs, including us. So I'm like, right, I'm going to have to split it up even more. So I'm handing out, and I gave a big bit to one of the dogs, who was actually just a real dog. And I was like, oh, that was a bit much. So I went to get it back, and then they were guarding it. And I was like, shit. I guess that's your watermelon now. So we're all just eating watermelon and thinking about our next move when someone knocks at the door, and they're like, hello, this is my house. And I was like, oh geez. And I didn't want to let him in. I was just like, are you sure? Are you real? And he's like, yes, this is my house. And he's like, are you eating my food? And I was like, yeah. He's like, look, I'm not one of them. I'm not here to hurt you. If you want something from me, I have a really lovely fern in the entryway. You can have that. And I was like, right. And I was like, well, he sounds nice. So I let him in, and he showed us his nice fern. And after that, I don't know what happened. I think it was just sort of the end of the dream. Maybe I woke up. It was very perilous. It was very perilous and weird. That's what happened.
Oh my gosh. Do you have any idea what brought it on?
No. Not at all. It was cool. It was a cool dream. I like it when they have like a story.
Yeah.
But no, I have not got a clue. Like, in terms of like what I was doing before bed last night, what was I doing? I was playing Hollow Knight, and I was looking at Magic the Gathering cards. That's it. I wasn't doing anything related to what I dreamt about. And yeah, it was just a time. It was a real time. I loved the Totally Spies bit at the beginning where it was literally just the Totally Spies, but I was wearing a yellow shirt and white dungarees, and you were briny, and you was really in it. But we were just hot girls. Oh my gosh. Yeah, I genuinely haven't got a clue.
Yeah. What were the AI people, what were they like?
They were just like humans, but it was sort of like an Uncanny Valley human, where they, I mean, maybe not in like the way they looked, but just the way they acted. They were kind of like empty shells. I guess you could really loosely connect that to Hollow Knight and the Hollow Knight lore, but not really. Not really. I wasn't playing Hollow Knight for the story last night. I was doing the DLC, I was doing a boss rush, so I wasn't even doing any story. Yeah, they were just like empty shells of people. And then when they noticed you were there, they sort of, imagine like the classic in a dream, they know you're dreaming and everyone turns to you sort of thing. That was kind of what it was like when I dropped off the lanyard. It was like, bam, they're on us and they know.
That's what I was thinking. That sort of like that scene in Inception.
Yeah.
Where they all turn.
Yeah. It was kind of like that.
Reminds me.
Oh.
You go. I'm going to find a picture that I saw the other day.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to say it was kind of like that, but less meta. Like, I didn't think, oh, I'm dreaming because they're all looking at me. I just thought, oh no, they're onto us. So yeah, but they did just look like people.
The other day I was walking around Bristol Harbourside and I saw, I'm sending it to you, pause for effect, I saw this. So Does anyone remember us talking
so
before
funny.
about the posters and like the weird viral thing that went around of like, have you ever dreamt of this man? So it's like a picture of a guy and he looks like he's got Kiss makeup on.
This is just a meme, isn't it? Someone's put their friend on this poster.
Yeah, and it says, every night all over the world, hundreds of people see this face in their dreams. If this man appears in your dreams, or if you have any information that can help us identify him, please contact us. And then it says thisman.org. But I was walking past it and I sort of clocked it out the corner of my eye. And then I did like a double take and I went back and I was like, I've actually seen one of these in the wild. What the heck? I thought, because this was like a thing in the 90s or something, wasn't it? Or was it like early thousands?
Yeah, it was. It's been around for a long time. I don't think it's 90s. It's 2000s for sure. Have you ever dreamt this man? This man. 2008. A hoax.
So this
created by an Italian sociologist and marketer. Yeah, this is a different man. I reckon that they've taken a picture of their friend and they've put it on the meme template and they've made posters. That's so silly. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I couldn't believe I actually saw one. It's just looking at the old man was like had really bushy eyebrows.
Yeah.
Quite a like I can't think how to describe it. Quite like an ancient human face.
He does, yeah.
Whereas this guy is it does just look like one of their friends went as Kiss for Halloween and they've shoved them on a poster.
Yeah.
But it's like,
I love that.
Wake up, babe. New dream man just dropped.
I wonder how they made the first This Man.
It does look oddly like a police interpretation of a description, like that sort of thing.
Yeah, it does. It does. Unless I can't really read it all quickly, but I don't think the wiki says how they came up with this man. The picture of him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
According to it says who based on the descriptions of a patient who claims he was a recurring subject in dreams despite never knowing a man like him in real life.
That's the story, but it's fake. So yeah, I don't know how they actually just came up with the image for the meme purposes. I would like to know. I wonder if they just found him or maybe even made him.
Maybe that's the guy who spread it. He just wanted to get himself.
Yeah, it's a self-portrait. Oh dear. But yeah, it was a cool dream. I liked it, but I don't know why I dreamt it. Yeah, I've not thought about going into any conventions. I've not thought about eating watermelon. I've not thought about being a dog.
Why not?
Why not? Now I will.
I wonder, because the closest thing I can think that might be in the book, it is not in the book. The closest thing I could think would be like zombies. Because I guess in a way they're sort of like uncanny valley humans that can like know that you're different and stuff.
It kind of was a zombie-ish thing, but they weren't zombies, but the way that they were acting, yeah, kind of. I really liked all of the humans that were around us were like it, but these special ones that kept turning up that we were keeping our eyes on, they were cool.
Yeah.
The blue one, they kind of looked like a jelly sweet, and they had blue braids, like short blue braids. Aww. And they were quite short themselves. And it was like, that's one of them. And the fact that not everyone could see it as well was cool. It was like, yeah, it's that one, definitely.
Maybe this is a sign that you should write this story. This is gonna be your anime.
But where would it go? And why did we turn into dogs? And what about the man with his fern? Did he... He was so willing to give up his fern for his own safety. Bless him.
Understandable. I think I'd put safety before a fern.
I feel like so many of my dreams have like post-apocalyptic vibes. Like the start of this dream didn't, but then when we were running away, like the guy in his little shelter, it definitely felt more like something had gone on.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it was cool.
For what do post-apocalyptic dreams mean?
Because I have so many.
Dreams of post-apocalyptic world can symbolize feelings of anxiety.
Oh, excellent. That explains
uncertainty and fear about the future. often reflecting a sense of loss, change, or powerlessness in one's waking life.
Huh. Well, there you go.
Powerless.
Powerless. I
need
suppose.
to teach you the wide power stance.
Yeah.
So you can feel powerful.
I'll just T-pose all the time. But yeah, I do. Like, I've dreamt about, like, big bombs going off, and I've brought those dreams to the podcast before. Like, I've dreamt about, like, twice now, I think, where I'm, like, hiding around a corner and, like, everything just goes white and you're in, like, the wave of a nuke or something, you know? Like, I have those a lot. I had one where it was fully post-apocalyptic. Like, I don't know if I ever brought this one to the podcast. I don't think I did, because it was in that period of time where we didn't record. But I had one where I was like storming a building with a bunch of other like rebels, and the bad guys had like tranq guns, and one of them got me, and I was then in a coma for like a month, and everyone else had me in just like a room on the floor looking after me for a month. And I woke up and I was like, what happened? And it was just stuff like that. Like they're very action packed. They're not like scary though. They're just always kind of cool. But it's a really, really recurring thing in my dreams to have it be post-apocalyptic, for sure.
I found another thing that says, for some, apocalyptic dreams hold deeper spiritual significance. They might represent a spiritual awakening or a call to pay attention to neglected aspects of your inner self.
Oh.
So you've neglected the jelly part. You need more jelly.
My jelly part. My brain.
And your ferns.
Oh,
I don't know. I think maybe, I mean, I guess like, have you always had these? Or is it a more recent thing?
I don't know. I
guess what I'm getting at is, have they got more in the last 5 years?
would say yes. They have definitely increased.
Because I feel like COVID was like one of the, I can't really think of another time in life when all of a sudden everything was different. And it was just like, oh, life can just change. I think that's weird.
Sort of. I mean, I think we might have been a bit too young, but to some extent, maybe like 9/11, if you know what I mean. Like, that was huge. But COVID definitely, maybe. Like,
COVID felt like it changed like just base level everyday life.
Yeah, exactly.
For a long
like
time.
That's absolutely at the top of the list. Like,
yeah. How many "where were you" moments have we lived through?
A lot, probably. A few.
I feel like millennials have had like maybe an unfair share.
It's I don't want to get too dark, but it's so funny. Did you hear about this new interstellar object that they found?
Yeah, you told me about it.
I did,
and you were like, it might crash. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, literally. So let me see the name of it. It's called...
Jeff.
I think they're calling it Atlas.
Oh.
So Comet 3I/Atlas. Interstellar, it's... So that means it's come from outside of our galaxy, which is relatively rare. It's traveled quite a long way, and I think it's going to fly by Earth in like October, something like that. And there's obviously the most minute chance that it could crash into Earth. And when people on Reddit read this article, every single comment was, "Finally,
no,
take me, let it end." And it was so funny.
It's like when someone was telling me the other day, they were like, oh, last year when the weather got like really hot in the UK, like people died. And my first thought was, sounds reasonable. Because sometimes when it gets really hot, I'm just like, nope, fair dues.
Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
I think we've just grown up with that.
It's just the dark humor, isn't it? That we all, oh my God. My humor, it's so dark. It's so dark and like my soul.
So edgy.
Oh, edgy.
Random.
It's a coping mechanism. It's a coping mechanism.
It very much is. I remember like when Princess Diana died.
Yeah, I do.
Because I mostly remember it because I remember having this feeling of everyone seems really sad, and I didn't know her, but I guess I should be sad.
I had that. So
and
it was
it being there like it was sad now.
1998, right? So I was 5 I think. And I remember just walking through my house and my mum was crying, my nan was crying, everyone's crying. And I was like, why is everyone crying, dude? What's happening? What's going on? It was so strange because like seeing adults crying as a kid is weird anyway and upsetting. And then everyone was
hey,
doing
that's
it.
my thing.
I'm like, yeah, that's me. I'm the 5-year-old. Why is everyone except me crying? Oh my god.
My family didn't particularly like. They're not fussed about the royal family whatsoever. So it was sort of like it is sad, but we're not like torn up about it. But I remember going to school on the day and being like, oh, there's a weird feeling here.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like I think maybe it was just like that sort of feeling of like, oh shit, like there's like social norms here that I don't understand because I'm a child, but I remember everyone being like, yeah, we should be very quiet and respectful. It's just like, oh, okay.
Okay.
But I remember, like, I think I might have told you this before, but my mum worked at a hospital when it happened. And they would get the first edition of the newspapers in. And the first edition papers were all just like, what a slag, off in Paris, living it up.
Then they changed
what
it.
A bad mum, blah, blah, blah. And then, like, the second edition came out and it was all like, may she rest in peace, the people's princess.
Yeah.
It was just like, oh, okay.
Okay. It's just so insidious, isn't it? And bleh,
Yeah.
horrible.
Just like, that's quite the 180 you've done there.
Yes, it really is. My goodness. Oh, dear. How did we get onto this subject? I can't remember.
You and your post-apocalyptic dreams.
Oh, yeah. That's the one. But yeah.
I think I remember, I get the feeling that film students during COVID were really excited because suddenly they could get all of the empty street shots that they, that they wanted.
Oh, here we go. So Atlas will reach its closest point to the sun on October 30th. At a distance of 210 million kilometres, which would be just inside the orbit of Mars. In the grand scheme of things, it's quite close, but it's also not very close.
Well, what if it's like bloomin', have you seen Don't Look Up?
No.
Oh, it's very relevant right now.
Oh.
But I'm sure everything will be fine.
Okay.
It'll be fine. Atlas, Greek mythology. Just had to say it. Thank you.
Thank you. Greek mythology. And that one was a low-hanging fruit.
That's a freebie. Yeah.
That's a freebie. Oh, hang on. I'm just on this article, and there's a related article about a fat marmot spotted in a park. Wow. It has a video.
I say in a pub. Just
In
down
a
the pub
spotted in a pub.
with the lads.
But yeah, it was a cool dream. Pretty cool dream. I don't really know why it was a thing, but
Do you like post-apocalyptic things in media?
not really.
not the idea of it in real life. Because I have for ages had this real. I will admit that this is a generalization, but I've had quite a dislike of sci-fi because so much of it I associate with post-apocalyptic, and I'm just like, I just don't like it.
Post-apocalyptic stuff doesn't really appeal to me. Like, if you came to me and said, "Oh, this new game, it's post-apocalyptic," I'd be like, I feel like I approach games based on other things, not just games, but just things in general. If the thing that you're trying to sell me on is the fact that it's post-apocalyptic, I'll probably not be interested. But like Left 4 Dead, one of my favorite games of all time, love it. Obviously post-apocalyptic because it's after a zombie apocalypse, but who cares? I love it. Fallout, post-apocalyptic. I'm not really interested. I don't know why. I can't like quantify it, but there's just it depends on other things. Maybe it's, I don't know. Even zombies are so overdone. But back in 2000, whenever, 10, 8, when Left 4 Dead came out, it was the best thing ever, you know? And it just, I can't say like, oh yeah, I like that genre because it's so wildly different from each piece of media, you know?
Yeah.
The dreams I have are pretty cool, for the most part.
I got curious as to what the word apocalypse, like, where does that come from? And it says, an apocalypse is a revelation. Greek. Seeing something which has been hidden. It comes from the Greek word apocalypsis, which
Yes.
means lifting of the veil or finding out something secret.
Oh.
Often this secret is discovered in a dream or a vision.
Oh
my gosh, you're actually just seeing the end of the world.
Oh my god. I wonder, like,
I would have thought it would be like destruction or something. I didn't realize it's just like surprise.
Surprise, everyone's dead.
Guess what, everyone?
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember what I was going to say. It's gone. It's gone out of my head. I had a thing and it flew away out of my brain. But
I wonder how many times throughout human history people thought, like, before written language, like, every time there was an earthquake were people like, this is it. This is the end.
It's the end times
Goodbye.
are upon us. This isn't a very comforting episode of Comfort Zone. Sorry. Talking about apocalypses and everyone dying.
What
But,
can I...
you know.
How's Tabs doing?
Yeah, he's all right, yeah.
That's good.
He's his favourite spot at the moment is by my bedroom window, because I keep the curtain closed in my bedroom generally, and so he tucks up behind the curtain so he can look out, but the curtain sort of acts like a hammock for him. So that's where he's
cute.
sitting right now.
He...
He's having a lovely time. Bless him.
I did bring another dream to the podcast, an actual recorded one for the first time in a while.
Oh.
So we could listen to that and see if that is more happy.
Sure.
I can't remember anything about it. This could be the most dire dream ever.
Uh-oh.
It's going to be like, so everyone was on fire.
Everyone died.
Roll the dice and see what happens.
Okay.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, go. I had a dream that I was getting some work done in the house. It wasn't me, and it wasn't my house. It was like third person, I think, and I was maybe like Jennifer Aniston, and I've forgotten who played the husband, but all of these builders were like, it was something like they wanted a hot tub in the attic, and they'd made it, and then we went out, and then we came home, and all the builders were just like up there having a little party. We were like, what the heck? Like, you should be home by now. And then as they went to leave, loads more turned up, and they were like, oh, sorry, we thought you were out for longer, so we invited people over because it's a shame to waste like such nice work. And then we somehow ended up in like a karaoke bar, and at this point I think it was first person, and I was trying to read the words. I'd had some song chosen for me, but the words on the karaoke machine were just absolute nonsense, and I was trying to sing along, and I was like, I don't know what this is. And then when I did try to sing the tune, it came out as what is it? We didn't start the fire, and it wasn't that song I was trying to sing. And I just couldn't get it. There was another part of the dream where I was talking about wearing high heels when I got married, again as Jennifer Aniston, because some woman had been like, how do you wear those high heels? But yeah, there was a whole other part to it, but I think it's gone away now. It was something about being in a waiting room, and nope, I can't remember. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Bye.
There you go.
There
I
you
got a attic hot tub, and all the builders invited their friends over to try it out.
Well, that's nice. Sounds like you had a little party. Had a builder's
that would
party in the attic.
That'd be so bad, because like I get really stressed at the thought of things that are too heavy being in the attic. So to have a whole hot tub up there would tip me over the
I like
edge, to be honest.
that I'm having like post-apocalyptic dreams, and I'm like, That's cool. And then you're dreaming that you have a hot tub in the attic and you're like, oh my God, this is the worst thing ever.
I'm stressed out. But yeah, I don't know why I was Jennifer Aniston. And you know, the funny thing is, I had a dream that I recorded either the next night or a couple of nights later, and I was Jennifer Aniston in that again. So expect that next week. More appearances as Jennifer Aniston. And I don't know why. I've not seen her in anything for a long time, and I've not thought about her for a long time.
Well, that's because she's been
But
in your
I
dreams
was
waiting.
Yes, she's decided to come to me now.
Exactly.
The only thing I can think of is when I was little, I think for me, Jennifer Aniston was like the perfect woman. I think I used to really look up to her. I remember like she just seemed so cool and so like smart and beautiful, and I think I just thought like, yeah, she's great.
Fair.
And I remember I did the typical thing where you'd go to the hairdresser and you'd be like, I want my hair like Rachel from Friends, and I guess it was just that. Like, I didn't have posters of her up on my wall. I wasn't like obsessed, but I feel like I just always thought, yeah, she's a woman who's got it together. She's got it made. Don't know why. So there you go.
Oh my God.
But I looked up singing in dreams because I went to karaoke, and it says to hear singing in dreams is to link with the self-expression we all have. We are in touch with the flowing feeling side of ourselves and others. But then it goes on to say to be singing is to be expressing our joy and love of life. So I was having a lovely time, or Jennifer Aniston was having a lovely time.
Oh, that's good. That is an improvement on being
The post-apocalypse.
Yeah, in a post-apocalypse. Just have a nice karaoke time, you know?
I mean, I guess, again, the whole therapy, expressing feelings, singing is expressing yourself. Maybe it's all to do with that. Like, because I did I tell you about the Finch thing that I downloaded?
Yes. The one that's like a little Tamagotchi.
Yes, it's like a Tamagotchi, but it looks after you. So you get little like eggs that are mini pets for your Tamagotchi type guy. And to hatch the eggs, you have to do one good thing a day. So you can assign whatever it is. And that thing could be like, get out of bed. And if you say, I got out of bed today, like 7 times in a row in the week, you hatch your egg. So I decided, I was like, I want mine to be something a bit active. So I have assigned mine to be that I will dance to a song every day.
Yeah.
And then at the end of the week, when I've danced to 7 songs, I get an egg hatch and I get a little pet.
Aww.
And it's just like, you know, I'll be making my cup of tea and then I'll put a song on and I'll just be like, woo! And then I can tell the bird I've done it and the bird just goes, and I'm just like, yay! It's basically, I found a way to make my life a series of mini quests that are weird.
I like that. I'm tempted. This is not a sponsored podcast.
No, but if they want to, I'd be down for that, because it's just like, I just thought, so the thing I have is I like writing to-do lists, but I have the vision of a T-Rex, and as soon as I put a to-do list down, I won't see it again.
I have literally done this, right? I was doing my makeup the other day and I had my little whiteboard on the table next to me and I was like, I'll write a to-do list and then I'll put this on my desk so that I don't forget. I haven't put it on my desk yet. It's still over there. But every time I'm over by my sofa, I see this to-do list and it says, buy makeup, do Pathfinder things, and then a third one that I can't remember. But I think I've done the third one, whatever it was. I haven't done the Pathfinder things and I've not bought makeup. I looked over there today and I was like, shit, I still haven't bought my makeup. I'm really low on makeup. And then I move over to my PC and in the time it takes, I've forgotten.
Well, see, this is the thing with it, because you can add, like, it has like set ones that are things like get out of bed, drink water, brush your teeth, wash your face, like little basic things to do throughout the day. And it has things like take a little stretch break and take 3 deep breaths.
Do you
And
get
you
anything good for inviting me?
I get a mini pet that is a tiny cow.
Do you want to invite me?
I'll get my tiny cow. But it's so basically you can add your own things on, and you can, if you're not going to do it today, you can like snooze it till the next day and it will remind you. But for me, because obviously I look at my phone throughout the day.
Yeah.
And instead of like having a to-do list on my phone, which I will write and then I will forget completely, having the bird occasionally pop up and be like, oh, by the way, you still have to order that thing. And I'll be like, oh, shit, yeah, no, I do have to do that. And it just sort of gently nudges you instead of like setting an alarm on my phone, which I'll just get annoyed by. Like for me, so far it's working because I want to please the bird. I'm like, yes, tiny bird, I will order pee pads for the bunnies because then you'll be happy. And you can, one thing I found out yesterday is that you can have things like you can set it to remind you every other Saturday to like it will change your bed sheets onto your to-do list. So having that like refreshing thing, I'm like, oh, that's good because it doesn't have to be every day or like a list that's just going to sit there and you'll feel bad. You just, wake up on Saturday and be like, oh yeah, I should do that.
I've hatched a burb.
You've hatched a burb. What did you call him?
I don't know. The suggested is Pickle. All right. They are pink, but they're now called Pickle.
You could make them green if you like.
No, I want them to be pink.
I made mine pink and I called them mochi because they looked like a little mochi ball when I first saw them.
They can be called Pickle. I like Pickle. Choose a trait for Pickle. Oh my God. I'm all in.
My little guy is really weird because on the first day, they went off on an adventure and then they came back and they were like, I found cherries. What should I do? And I was like, why don't you try the cherries? You might like them. And then they ate them and they were like, it just popped up saying, Mochi discovered dislikes cherries. And now every night they go to bed and there's a little like dream thought bubble above their head that's cherries. And I'm like, why are you dreaming about them?
They're like a sim.
Just having nightmares. And then yesterday they got back and they were like, discovered baby shark, dislikes baby shark. I was like, you found nothing that you like so far. Just like, I found this, I hate it.
Oh my God. Incredible. I love this.
Little guy.
I wonder if it will make us friends already because I used your code. Can we be friends? Is there a friend thing on here?
There is a friend thing. I've sent you my little friend code.
I've used it. So hopefully we can be friends.
We might be friends. But you can, like, when you look through it, I really sound like I'm doing an advert for this. But it's just one of those things that I'm like, it's helped me. But it's got like, you can select the area that you want to work on. So it might be like hygiene and it will remind you to brush your teeth and wash your hair and like do your laundry and stuff like that. Or it could be like exercise and it will tell you, stretch for a minute or go out for a 5-minute walk and stuff like that. And there's like all different areas that you can sort of set it to help you with.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
I will let you know next week how I'm getting on and if I've abandoned Pickle or not.
Poor Pickle is just sat there listening to Baby Shark.
Surrounded by cherries.
Yeah. Like, why? No. I think that's the nice thing about it is they seem very self-sufficient. And I'm just like, oh, okay, if I don't do this for a day, you know how to find food. You can find, you've got your own music. You're fine.
Oh, dear. Cute.
Yeah.
I like it a lot.
Little guys. But I'm hoping it'll help me be... Like, for now, it has helped me with productivity, but I'm still very much in the I just downloaded this phase. Whereas in a week, I might be like, what? What fit? Oh, yeah, that guy. Oh, no. Because Alex was saying, he found out the other day, he was listening to this thing from like, I don't know, like a microbiologist or something. I can't remember. But they were saying about how often you're meant to change your bed sheets and also how often you're meant to wash your pillows.
Right.
And I was like... We don't. That's
How
not.
often are you meant to?
Like, I think you're meant to wash your bed sheets every 2 weeks, and you're meant to clean, like, fully wash your pillows every, like, 2 months or something.
Okay. I washed my pillows
apparently-
the other week and they went all misshapen.
That's what I worry about, because I'm like, I don't want them to just become lumpy lump balls.
They do.
Like, there needs to be better pillow washing abilities available before I will do it that regularly.
Maybe you're meant to hand
like,
wash them. I just threw them in the washing machine.
But apparently because you like breathe on them,
Yeah.
and then they can get all fungally. But also, I saw a thing I've just gone off on such a tangent, I'm so sorry. But I saw a video the other day of this woman in bed with her cat. It was like a nighttime vision pet cam thing that she had. And all of the comments were being like, you don't have a duvet cover. And then all the Americans were being like, we don't have duvet covers. Like, you just have the duvet. And I was just like, oh what?
No
That's
duvet
so
cover?
crazy to me. Yeah, they were like, it's just like a blanket. Like,
Yeah, I think in some parts of America, not even just America, like in a lot of places, they just have like a blanket rather than a full-on duvet, right? Like if you're in a hot country, you're not going to have a duvet.
I guess if you're cleaning the blanket, like the comforter or whatever they call it, that's fine. But I guess I'm thinking it's just a scraggly. I guess if I think of what I think of a duvet as being like underneath a cover, that's why I'm like, that's odd. But I guess if they are cleaning all of it, then that's maybe fine.
Yeah. Interesting. I need to keep on top of my clean sheets because Tabs sleeps on my bed and he's stinky.
Aww,
A stinky man.
just a little guy. Well,
Well,
there you go. We ended on a slightly more upbeat topic
did.
than the apocalypse.
sorry, but also not sorry.
Our podcast, we can do what we like. Assert dominance. Woo!
Woo!
You can't see, but I'm T-posing.
I'm wide
very
posing.
Scary. Wait, which is the with your arms?
My arms are in the air. Woo!
Okay. Woo. I'm M.
M
And then
posing.
you can be C and A. Oh my gosh, imagine if we could get... I want to be sponsored
That would be nice, yeah.
by anyone.
Anyone.
Well, anyone of good moral value standing
Yeah.
in society.
Any sponsors, let us know.
Would be nice. Anyone with... Do you make duvets?
Oh.
I was trying to think what was relevant. Then yes, please. Little
Some
snacks.
Socks, pajamas, snacks.
Oh, I need new pants as well.
New pants.
Truth be told.
All of the above, thank you.
I need new bras as well. Honestly, I was looking at mine the other day and they are just the saddest bunch of little just ratty guys. I was just like, oh, I'm sorry. I should
I'm
end
so
you.
sorry.
I just can't be bothered.
Treat yourself.
Yeah. I think the more I look at them, the more I'm just like, I just don't want to wear one anyway. But I've not gone that Bristol yet. But maybe I'll get there.
Just get like
Maybe I
a
should just throw them all away.
sports bra or a crop top or something. They're the best.
Yeah. Anyway.
On that note, thank you
I'll
for
add it to
listening,
my
everyone.
finish list.
Yeah. get it on there.
Yeah, thank you for a lovely chat, Kirsty.
Thank you, Bryony, for a lovely chat.
And I hope you're all having lovely, sweet dreams.
Yes.
Or post-apocalyptic if you find that fun.
Hell yeah.
That's fine.
Ooh, if you have,
And then,
put them in the comments so I can read them.
yes. How did your world end?
Yeah. Were there any weird monsters there? Let us know.
Well, until next time, everyone. Bye-bye for now.
Bye-bye.